everyone.
Hello.
It's Nikki and Rachel from the Stitch Sisters, and we're back today to talk about our lovely Kalle shirts, which we made for Sew My Style 2018. And this month is the Kalle shirt by Closet Case Patterns.
Yes.
And we've both made one.
We have, and we've both loved it, haven't we?
Yes. Mine is exactly what I wanted. I bought this fabric, was it a year ago when we went to Gold Talk Road?
Yeah, it would have been a year ago. Check, because there's a video.
Yes,
so,
I'll pop a link up there. Our
see what the
fabric
date is
haul.
on that?
Yes.
I think it was a year ago.
And I bought this fabric wanting to make a shirt with it, and
it's beautiful.
And it is lovely. I've waited till I got the right pattern. It just so happened that the Kalle shirt came up on Sew My Style.
It was really cheap, wasn't it? I think it was like £4 a metre.
£4 a metre. I got a metre and a half. I think was all I got. I should have got 2 metres because I think I ended up with a square about that big left.
But don't you get a lot of satisfaction from that? From literally using every square inch of the fabric. It doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, my tight Scottishness came out in all its glory.
Excellent.
So it was great. I managed to fit it in perfectly.
But it's not the first time you've tried to use that fabric, is it? Because you have tried a couple of other shirt patterns.
I have, and they just the fabric, because it's a one-way print, so I couldn't do any messing around with moving things up and down to try and make them fit in. Yeah. And I just think it just wasn't quite right. I was just waiting for the right pattern to come along, and there it was. And here I am.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Love it.
I love it as well. It's a crepe, which is mine's a lot drapier than yours. And I think it does make a difference. It makes it feel really floaty. Yeah. And really nice to wear. But I do like the cotton ones as well. And I think I might make a cotton one.
Well, this is a chambray, so obviously it's lighter than a cotton. Yeah. I think a cotton will probably be too boxy. Yeah. I think because it is a grown-on sleeve, so I think often, and because it isn't very fitted to the body, I think often if you use anything stiffer than a chambray, so if you were to use like a quilting cotton or a poplin or something like that, I think it would be really quite boxy, and that's not necessarily the look that you're going for. Well, it's up to you. It depends what look you are going for. Yeah. But a chambray, this was only supposed to be a wearable muslin for me. This was
I love it.
I had this chambray in my stash for a long time and I hadn't used it, and I just thought that I needed something to have a practice, because I really wasn't sure what I wanted my final one to look like. Yeah. And I had actually since then I picked up some lovely mustard fabric and mustard floral fabric that I had in my stash that I was gonna
obsessed.
and I was gonna make it out of that, but I ran out of time, and I toyed with the idea of rushing to make a second one over the weekend, and then just decided no, that's exactly what I'm trying to avoid doing at the moment. And I do really love it. So I decided that I would mix up the views a little bit. So I didn't do any hacks or anything. They're all part of the pattern. But I made view A, which is the cropped version, which has the band on the facing on the hem. So that goes all the way round, and I decided to add the pocket, and I went for the Popover placket, which is actually the one from view B. Yes. And then I decided to do the band collar, which I think might be the one from view A.
I think that's A,
yeah. So it just mixed them up. But that's the great thing about the pattern, is because you have 3 different lengths that you can go for. You've got cropped like mine, you've got the tunic one like Nikki's, and then you've also got the shirt dress length. Yes. And then you have 3 different plackets. Yes. So you've got the Popover placket, which is this one that stops part way down. You've got the full placket, which is the one that goes down the full length of the shirt, but then you've also got the hidden placket, which is the one with the extra fold over the top of the buttons, so that you don't see the buttons. And I think they are all fantastic options. You've then got the band option, you've got the collar option, and I just think it's fantastic to have a pattern with so much variety that you can just chop and change between all of the different parts.
And with different fabrics, you could make them all look like different shirts.
Yes,
they very easily look like different shirts. Yeah, it's not a beginner pattern. I would say that definitely any kind of shirt is not for the absolute beginner. The placket, the Popover placket was tricky. It was particularly tricky in this crepe. Everything was pinned to ridiculous proportions to get it under the sewing machine. Yeah. But actually, apart from that, the placket was the trickiest part.
Everybody's got to start somewhere if you want to make a shirt. And I would say that the thing that the Closet Case pattern does have going for it is that the instructions are really, really good.
Oh yeah, they're
great.
The
pattern pieces are really well drafted. So if you follow the instructions, they just work. They really do work. So yes, it will take you a couple of goes to get your head around it. But there is a full sew along on their website, which is free, so you can follow all of the steps in a lot more detail with colour pictures. And so I think that, you know, maybe if you're not a complete beginner, but if you are ready to start tackling something a little bit more challenging and you want to have a go at shirt making, I think as a first shirt pattern, I would recommend it, definitely, just because of how well it's explained and how well these pieces are drafted. And I'm so happy with some of the little pattern pieces, so the placket and the pocket, that I am going to use those. I'm just going to keep them in my pattern stash for little, you know, you have your little extra bits and bobs that you add to other patterns. So this placket would work brilliantly on lots and lots of other patterns. And the pocket, I just think, is a really, really nice shape. Really, I love the way that you fold over the hem edge, to the front, giving you this on the chambray, giving this lovely contrast.
You've done the same on your cuffs.
I did the same. I nearly did the same with the placket, but I decided that I would leave that the same. I went for mustard top stitching throughout, so I don't know how well you can see.
Well, we've got some detailed pictures.
But yeah, little mustard top stitching throughout, and I really enjoyed making it. I think I find shirt making quite zen.
Yeah, it's tricky. You have to get your mind in the right part. You can't just, it's not mindless sewing. You have to be thinking about it. But all the little stages, when you complete them, you can do a little happy dance.
Yeah,
so
you do.
When it's finished, you go, oh, look, I've just made a placket.
I've just made a collar. Look at my beautiful pocket.
My collar. I love my collar because I think it's just because it's multiple layers of crepe. Plus it's all interfaced, so it feels like a proper collar on a men's shirt.
Proper collar on a proper shirt.
I know.
Proper collar. It's a proper shirt.
But when I put it on yesterday, I was like, I like the stiffness of it. I like, you know, the fact that I like a stand-up collar. So I like the fact that it's kind of got its own body. So I like that.
Yes, it's lovely. And I think the interesting thing about this one is we would definitely wear each other's. I would certainly wear your shirt.
Yeah, I would wear yours. Definitely. Apart from, because I'm tall, I don't think I could get away with that being that cropped.
No. If I was to make another one, I think I would go for somewhere between the two. So I would like it longer than this one, but not quite as long as the tunic. So I would probably just go for somewhere midway between the two.
Add 3 inches and then I'll wear it. Just
standard Nikki 3 inches. And then this is a new thing for me. I've never ever worn this kind of neckline.
Buttoned up.
Yeah, and I'm not sure that it's. I love it, but at the same time, because I've got sloping shoulders, and I'm looking at it now on the camera, and so it means these wrinkles are always there. So I could make that adjustment because it is a grown-on sleeve. Then it's slightly tricky to do, and it is supposed to be a relaxed shirt, so I don't really want to have to worry about all those kind of little adjustments. But I think it's one of those things, you know, as dressmakers, we have a habit of latching onto those little things that no one else would ever notice.
No one else will see it,
and you wouldn't have noticed unless I just
pointed
it out.
And what was it we said about
if
not
I sit with my shoulders back, then it's fine.
But I think
I've got very bad posture, so that's not likely to happen.
That's something to do with the fabric as well, because it's all one colour. You can see details like that, and then maybe if you'd made one with a patterned fabric, if it was like this, it's patterned or a bit more drapey, you wouldn't have that effect.
Possibly.
It wouldn't do that.
Possibly. But I have decided that I do like this style of collar. I think. I think it makes me feel quite cool. Like I'm down with the kids, feeling cool,
hip with the kids,
trendy.
I think it looks lovely on you. Yes. And I like your little outfit with it today.
Thank you.
So all in all, I think they're a great success.
Yes.
I'm definitely making more, and I think I'm going to play around with the necklines and the collars and the plackets and have a bit of fun. And just I'm looking forward to it already.
I've heard people say before that the Kalle shirt, if you sew it once, it will become your go-to shirt pattern. And I think it's true. I think that is going to happen because I really, really enjoyed sewing it. It was such a lovely process. And I really love the end result as well. So what's not to like?
What's not to like?
Definitely more to be made.
There's been lots made this month as well. So if you're interested in seeing other people's ones, pop onto Instagram and just go to the hashtag Kalle Shirt, Kalle Shirtdress, or Sew My Style 2018,
and you'll see loads of different variations.
All the kinds of fabrics.
So that's it. We hope you've enjoyed our little review, and we'll be back soon with some more videos. Take care, guys. Bye.